Hey everybody, Chad, Nobody Else's Auto. We're out exploring a different yard. This is one we come to a couple times a year. So always try to shoot some clips in here. This place is so cool. Thousands of cars in here, but it is a mess. These cars have been started dumping in here in the 60s and have never been touched since. They're literally as is, where is. Now, this place, he isn't really open to the public anymore. He always just says, if you've got a question, just call me. I'll catch up with him the next time I'm down there. So let's go check out a few more cool cars in here. We've done several videos in here before, but there are literally thousands upon thousands of cars here. So no way to catch them all. We always try to catch a few while we're here. Let's check a few out. This kind of gives you an idea how long some of this stuff's been here. Nature is taking over on this old Plymouth. Now, fortunately, it is pretty dry out here today. There are still some wet holes, but overall, it is fairly dry, way drier than it typically is when I am out here. So we're actually back a lot further in here than we normally get. Now, we can kind of look out past this row of cars here, and you can literally see that this is kind of a bowl area back here. And it literally is. When it is wet back here with any sort of moisture, this will be standing water, and these cars here are literally sitting in water. But there's some cool stuff in here. Even let's check out this small back window Camaro. But there again, this stuff is literally sitting in water when it is wet in here. We can check out this old Cadillac here. Look at the moisture line on the wheel. When it's wet in here, it literally goes all the way up to the hub. This old Camaro, we can see the extensive amount of rust in this car just because it literally sits in water. And it was a vinyl top car too, so like I said, a lot of the stuff we see in here, extremely rusty, extremely buried deep, and not a lot left other than tons of bits and pieces. 59 Ford, Valari. Check out this Buick, 75 Park Avenue, something you don't see very often, but had one of those big padded vinyl tops on it, sitting in a moist area. That's what happens. One interesting thing about this car, something I've never seen, it had a factory console in it the way it looks. Kind of a neat piece. Little 68 Falcon. So like I said, there is literally no rhyme nor reason to any of this stuff. Big old Mercury. Malibu. Car came from Illinois originally. And as we see, more rust. 70 Pontiac, big old Bonneville Brougham. About a 74, 75 Chevy two-door. '66 Bel Air four-door. 72 Impala four-door hardtop. Another Camaro hitting the front end, obviously decades ago, and tucked back in here and just, I mean, the tops of the fenders are rusted out. It's that bad. The A-pillar is half gone with rust. The remains of an El Camino. How about a Matador wagon? Something a little different. Little Pontiac Ventura, the Nova body, 73, 74 era. Something that's been flipped upside down. This thing's been upside down, and look at the rust that we've got in this thing. And even old trucks. There's an old International. And something else that we've got an awful lot of in here, thorns. I don't know if you guys can see all the little thorns on these little trees, but they are everywhere in here. All between these cars, growing up around the cars, all thorns everywhere. So it's a little nasty getting through here, but there's some cool stuff in here, so I always like to check it out while I'm here. So there we go, another quick glimpse of this place. Like I said, so many cars in here, no way to see them all, but there's so much neat stuff in here. I always like to catch a few of them while I'm here. So hope you enjoyed this one. Just like all the other videos, the guy that owns this said, if you got any questions, just give me a call. I can get with him the next time I'm down here, since he really isn't open to the public anymore. Hope you enjoyed checking out some more cool stuff. Even though structurally it's pretty much shot, still a lot of cool pieces here and a lot of good trim that I've been gathering up while I'm here that I'll be adding to inventory. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. We got a lot more cool stuff coming up.